What is up, everybody? Squiddish here with the last of my PAX Prime indie game spotlights. The one that I am most excited for and the one I am pretty sure I'm going to sink the most time into. Bionic Dues. So, I don't even know where to start with this. You guys know I'm a fan of tactical games. Bionic Dues is a turn-based, tactical, roguelike dungeon crawler. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't, so I'm going to elaborate. To summarize the gameplay quite simply, you pick a pilot and 4 what are called exos, robotic mech suits, that you take into a battle, and you undertake a variety of missions on a very large overworld map. Branching missions you can see from the main screen. Completing one mission will give you more missions, and so on and so forth. There's a very deep gearing and customization system, as well as a wide variety of exos to pick from, even in this early build, to shape your strategy around. The concept of the game is you have 50 days before a robot invasion pretty much wipes out your city. After 50 days, the military is going to say F it and nuke the town to stop everything. So you're one guy with your 4 exos, have to turn the tide of this battle. And at the end of the 50 days, fight off what's left of the robot horde, fight off the robot invasion, and save the city. It's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and talk about the gameplay here, like the actual gameplay in dungeon, because that's the part that you're going to be spending most of your time in. Like I said, turn-based roguelike. It's a top-down view, and you move with WASD. Every time you take a step, or fire a gun, or take an action, that's a turn. So, I mean, it's not like XCOM style, where you're giving orders. You're directly controlling your exo. It's a lot more fast-paced, but since it is turn-based, if you walk into a room and are faced with 7 robots, like so, in a hallway lined up ready to frickin' rape you in the anus, you have a minute to stand still and figure out what you want your strategy to be. You have all the time in the world to sit there and think, because they're all gonna get a turn as soon as you move and take a shot. It's very interesting. You only control 1 exo, but you have the ability to swap between your 4 exos in that one spot. So you can see in this doorway, I'm currently equipped with a tank exo. He's very big and beefy, and he's the only one who can really take hits on the chin. And since there's a couple robots in front of me, I'm probably going to get hit by, he needs to be leading the charge here. But since he can't reach that far robot, I'm going to switch over to my sniper exo and use his longer ranged rifle to take out that rocket bot before he can get a shot off. Swapping exos doesn't take a turn, so you can do that as much as you want. You can look through all your exos' different abilities and weapons and figure out how you best want to approach the situation. But you gotta remember, if you want to pull out a sniper just because his gun hits really hard to shoot a dude in front of you, everyone else in the room's gonna get to take a turn, and the sniper don't take gunfire too well. Actually, not at all. He dies very, very easily. I made one mistake in here. One mistake. Took 1 rocket in the mouth. I think it's actually this room right here. And they took out over half of my assault exo's health from 1 messed up turn. Now, there's no permadeath or anything you need to worry about like in XCOM. As long as right there it is, 1 rocket is almost 3/4 of my exo's health. He just got obliterated by that rocket bot in the corner that I didn't notice. I started going a little bit too fast, so obviously I had to pull out the tank exo immediately, and I'm confronted with the fact that I can't reach him with a welding laser, which is the tank's main weapon. It's his downside. The tank is very, very short-ranged. So I'm going to have to pull out a weaker machine gun that can't kill him in 1 shot, and the tank's going to have to take another rocket right in the face. I walked into a really bad situation in this room, but since it's an early mission, like literally the first, I'm able to scrape by. All of the robots have very predictable, at least in the beginning. I mean, I'm sure they're going to expand more on this, but in the beginning, they've got very predictable AI. That's not a bad thing. It means that it's super tactical. You know exactly what the robots are going to do, down to whether or not they're going to land their shots. The primary enemy in this first dungeon was called a dumb bot, a machine gun robot with, as the game description says, questionable aim. They will always miss their first shot. So I can take that into account. I can walk in this room, I know this dumb bot's not going to hit me because he's going to miss his first shot, even if it's point-blank range. I'm okay. But he will hit his second one every time. So it lets you formulate. You gotta look at the room, you gotta think. You can see the range of all your guns, you can see the range of the enemy's weapons, you can see exactly how much health they have. There is virtually zero RNG in this game, which I love. It is 100% strategy. This here was the objective of the mission. We're here to destroy this core. Now, I could potentially sit here in my tank, pull out the welding laser, which does a lot of damage, and try and burn down the core while the enemy robots open fire on my tank. If he dies, I'll simply switch to another exo and keep shooting. I'm sure I would have been able to take it down, but I decided that for the sake of not losing robots here, even if there's no real penalty, I was going to take down this room a little tactically. I wanted to make sure I could handle the rocket blunderbot up in the top right, as well as the 3 dumb bots that were surrounding me. Now, I know they're going to miss their shots, so I'm able to take one opening shot here with my sniper, even though he can't take a hit because nobody's going to hit me but the rocket bot, who's going to die to the snipe. So he's alright. Now I can switch over to the tank. The 2 dumb bots had to move in to get in range. And now they're both, I'm going to take one out and the other's going to miss his shot. So no one's going to get a hit there. And with him taken out, I can just lay into the core. Well, okay, one more. And then I can just lay into the core and take it out. Mission accomplished. I want this game so bad. I am going to play the absolute crap out of this game. It is seriously so amazing. If you are a fan of tactical strategy games, Bionic Dues, when it comes out, seriously buy it. This is Squiddish, and good day.